Today on the newscast, the Iranian regime is building a vast underground tunnel network to enrich uranium. Are we getting closer to the day when Israel will be forced to act? Find out next. Hey folks, Erick Stakelbeck here. Welcome to the Watchman Newscast. We move into the weekend with some breaking news. The Iranian regime is building a vast underground tunnel network just south of their Natanz nuclear site. And apparently this vast underground network will be impenetrable to cyber attacks and all but the most powerful American bunker buster bombs. What will Israel do? We'll get into it in a minute. Before I do, I just want to encourage you to subscribe to the Watchman Newscast right here on YouTube and click the notification bell so you get alerts every time a new video is posted. I have a feeling that the updates here on the newscast will get more and more intense and of a breaking news quality because things are unfolding, folks, at a very rapid pace in the world's most chaotic and pivotal region, the Middle East. We want to break down what is happening and why it all matters to you, no matter where you live, so be sure to subscribe and join us here every day. Okay, let's get into it. Various media reports out of the region saying that Iran for months now has been building this vast underground network, and the intention, folks, of this network, number one, to enrich uranium on the Iranian regime's drive for the bomb, but number two, deep underground, hardened, fortified, obviously to defend against any potential airstrikes. And those airstrikes most likely would come not from the Biden administration, but from Israel. For years, we've been talking about how this has been kind of a slow-moving Cuban Missile Crisis. Really, the Iranian crisis now, we're going on over 20 years where there has been talk about Iran breaking out for the bomb and talk of Israel preemptively striking Iran's nuclear weapons facilities and eliminating that existential threat. I believe the revelation about this new underground tunnel network may bring us closer to that day. Now, the Biden administration reportedly is not too concerned about this vast underground network. They're not convinced that Iran is going to use it to enrich uranium, and they think perhaps Iran is doing it just to get more concessions out of the West. Kind of blackmail, nuclear blackmail, as we've used that term many times here on the newscast. Israel, on the other hand, says, we don't think so. We believe this regime ideologically and theologically wants the bomb. And they are working diligently every single day to develop that capability. Now, when it comes to that Natanz facility, hey, Israel has carried out several sabotage attacks against Natanz and pushed back Iran's timetable over the past 2 years or so. But the resilience is the only word I can say about the Iranian regime. That sounds like a compliment. I don't mean it in that way. The determination of this regime, the demonic determination, I should say, to develop the bomb has trumped any Israeli sabotage, cyber attacks, the assassination, increasingly now in recent weeks, of Iranian engineers and scientists who are working on the nuclear program, working on the ballistic missile program. So we are at a moment of reckoning, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we've been talking about it here in the newscast for some time now. That day is coming. Iran is now enriching uranium at a rapid clip, at least 60% level, and they will drive. It could be a matter of weeks, according to various intelligence agencies, until they get to that breakout level. Not to get too in the weeds, but know this. When they start enriching uranium at a 90% clip, you've got big trouble, and that means Israel will act. We talked to General Yaakov Amidror, who, folks, when it comes to being in the know on this issue, he was the national security advisor for Israel under former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu not too long ago. He's got the inside scoop on Iran's nuclear program and what Israel will do about it. Let's head to Jerusalem now in my conversation with General Yaakov Amidror. General, I hear sometimes in comments from viewers, why does Iran hate Israel so much? Weren't they allies in the 1970s? You know this better than anyone, the ideology that drives the Iranian regime. Can you explain to folks what exactly is this ideology that drives the regime to want to wipe Israel off the map? What drives them, the Iranian regime?
I think it's not just ideology. The basis of it is ideology. It's strong religious conviction that Israel as a Jewish state in the area that's supposed to be a Muslim area does not have the legitimacy to exist. Remember, Israel is in the middle of area which from Gibraltar to the borders of India, all the people here, all the countries here are either Muslim or Arabs or both. Israel is the only non-Arab, non-Islamic state. It's the only democracy in the area. It is the only open society in the area. In a way, it is the long hand of the Western culture in an area which is against the whole idea of the Western values. Look at the attitude towards women as an example. What does it mean? Look at the whole Middle East. And it's not a surprise that the countries which had been democracies in the Middle East are slowly becoming less democracies. And Israel is becoming more open and more democracy. And you know what? Even the Arabs in Israel have more rights than any other place in the Middle East.
For everyone out there who's still saying, well, maybe we sanction them, the Iran deal, maybe it will work. Why can Iran never be permitted to acquire a nuclear weapon?
Because they are very serious about their wish, desire, and hope to destroy the state of Israel. One of their leaders said in the past, Israel is very little, it's a one-bomb state.
Rafsanjani.
And he didn't speak about the ordinary weapon system. And this is why it doesn't matter what our good friends in America will say. It doesn't matter what our good European friends will say. At the end of the day, Israel should not allow the Iranians to have nuclear military capability. And if that, the meaning of it is a need to take 400 Israeli Air Force airplanes and to bomb the facilities, that should be done because Israel cannot allow Iran to have military nuclear capability. Whatever will be the circumstances, whatever be the nice words around the world, whatever someone will promise us, we learn from the past, we learn from the history, we believe those who are saying that they want to destroy Israel. We have very good intelligence which is showing us that they are serious about it. The archive which had been brought by our Mossad from Tehran is very clear about it, and we don't let them to do it.
And there is a track record of 1981 with Osiris and 2007 with Syria. Israel has shown we will not allow an existential threat to develop at our doorstep.
Good two examples.
Now, folks, if you like that clip with General Amidror and want to see more like it, be sure to tune in every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time and Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. That's tonight on TBN for the weekly Watchman Show. 30 minutes every week from on the ground in Israel and points beyond. If you like the newscast, you will love our weekly TV show. By the way, if you want to get an exclusive first look at the show before anyone else in the world, you can become a Watchman Newscast premium member. Just go to our homepage here and you can click join. You'll not only get the exclusive first look at every new episode, but some exclusive behind-the-scenes commentary from yours truly and some other perks that we will be announcing in the days to come, including a premium member exclusively for premium members Q&A. Hey, if you're not a premium member, don't worry and don't be mad. You can still watch the newscast for absolutely free every day and join us every day. We appreciate you all, whether you're a premium member, not a premium member, our watchmen and women on the wall. Keep this situation in Israel in your prayers, folks. We live in perilous times, but these are Bible times, and God Almighty, He still sits on the throne. Be encouraged. The God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, neither slumbers nor sleeps. Hey, have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. God bless you. And until next time, never hold your peace. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the Watchman Newscast. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, click subscribe, and tap the bell icon to turn on notifications for new Watchman Newscast episodes every weekday.